Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another day, another wonderful day. Outside my door, it is gray, dark, probably going to rain like hell pretty soon. It hasn't been for a couple hours, but it is Sunday, the 18th of September, 2016. Ugh, my pardon. Combination of dry lip skin coming off and the adhesive that I have to use on my lower plate to keep it from flopping all around. Also, I am squirming in my chair because the whole thing has settled in far enough that where I sit has sank inward, so it presses on the back of my thighs and my back of my calves. Problem with that is you don't want to have pressure on the backs of your thighs or your calves like that, because right there in your legs, anytime you bend a blood vessel, you have turbulence, and that's known in medical terms as bruit, where you listen for bruit. Wherever you have turbulence, you have risk of blood clot, and especially in your legs down there, you have a risk of what's known as deep vein thrombosis, which is the turbulence in your deep veins and then blood clots forming inside the deep veins of your legs. Very life-threatening. So I can't have any pressure on the backs of my legs like that, because I don't want to have a blood clot in my legs and die. Ooh, at a bare minimum, death. Minimum? No. There's it could be anything from, the results could be having to stay immobile for weeks as the blood clot. You take heparin, which is a blood thinner, and it slowly dissolves the clot away. You got to be very careful not to break the clot loose. I don't want anything like that, so I got to be very careful here. That's why I now recline it back a lot, because this thing is it's a nice chair, very comfortable, but it's been sat in so long. And my oldest, he and his friends used to wrestle in this chair, no matter how much I used to try and stop them. And he weighed like 400 pounds, and then his friends were heavy, and it's like, oh God, so yay. It's a wonderful day. A sunny, above the cloud cover it is sunny. Of course, down here on the face of the planet, it's not as sunny. Here in wonderful Shelton, Washington. We call Washington, we call this part of Washington that I live in is called the Pacific Northwest. It's a specific, I guess if it was Minecraft, it would be a biome. It's a rainforest area in this part, and we have real rainforests, and the Pacific Northwest is rainforest-y, and so it's very wet, though not as wet as it used to be because of global climate change. But so, yes, the sun is shining above the cloud cover, but boy, have we needed rain. I mean, the lawns have been just dead this summer. Used to be, it would rain most of the summer and it wasn't that hot. Now it's like California weather up here. I can't imagine what it's like in California or closer to the equator. Holy smoke. But bon dia, gwit, which is Irish, and labrit, ahanyo, dzień dobry, which is Polish, or cześć if you're less formal. Now that's a plus 10 difficulty language, so as long as I'm in the ballpark with pronunciation, I figure I'm doing pretty good. Terra homokost, barilus, gomarias, buenos dias, dia dit, boreda, urigelt, matenva, and bujerno, dobro utro, boker tov, Ohio, kamusta, gomorgan, ni hao, Privyet, Guten Tag, und /oder, Guten Morgen. Kalimera, Bonjour, Dobre Rano, God Morgan, Labas Ritas, Merhaba, King crack. That last one's Irish. Part of it is crack, which, you say the crack. We're going to have the crack. You're not talking about crack cocaine, hopefully. You mean the crack. Good food, good friends, good drink. Good drink. Gosh darn it, I always get it wrong and mixed up. God, the hamster went crazy over there. Good food, good drink, good friends. The crack. And yes, if you have not heard a greeting in your language, and you would like to hear a greeting in your language, if you could tell me how to say hello, goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night in your language, I will gladly throw it into the greetings. So yay! That would be a good thing. I have mucho videos available today. Mucho videos? Why did I say mucho? I've got no problems with saying mucho. I mean, I'll say anything in any language. It's just that one caught me by surprise. Usually when I say stuff, it's German slips through. Because back when I was a teenager, first learning German in high school, I actually reached a point where I and a friend, we were both taking German. We were thinking in German for a little while, which was really cool. But then that dropped. And I went back to being a normal American. So I know just a little bit still. But usually I crop up with some, it's like I'll go, oh yeah, we're going to go do this, hoffentlich. And then I'll just have German stuff. I always say stuff like, it's, I say entschuldigen Sie bitte instead of excuse me. I always say Dankeschön instead of thank you. So that sort of thing. But all of a sudden, mucho. And it's like, that's cool. I mean, I don't mind using mucho. That's cool. But it just caught me by surprise. Usually it's German. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, videos, wasn't it? Yeah, I have a good, 7 videos chosen. So hopefully I'm going to get all those done. Hopefully I've got some more gaming stuff up. It's 7 a.m. as I speak. I've got to do reaction videos. Then I got to do game stuff and editing and all that. I don't have a whole ton of stuff on the menu today. Probably going to have to head out at some point with my friends because we're going to have to go and purchase some either oil or bud. And I hate what Washington State has forced me into. It used to be, you see, I used to take 28 prescription medications for my fibromyalgia and all my various problems because I have gout and I have back injuries and carpal tunnel and partial paralysis, the back injury, that's all sorts of nerve damage. I mean, my body's a mess. Add all this stuff up, I was on 28 different prescription medications for pain, fibromyalgia, and all these things, including I was on 45 milligrams of methadone daily. That's bad for your heart. I don't know how much cardiac damage I've done. But I was on all those meds, and I was still barely moving. Could barely move. Barely walk. Could barely use my hands. Now, I am using 20 milligrams of methadone daily, a couple other meds, and cannabis. The problem is, Washington State did me no favors. Before July 16th this year, I could go to a medical marijuana dispensary, and with about $400, I could buy enough marijuana to smoke for the entire month. Well, in the name of streamlining it and helping medical patients and all this, making it legal for recreational use in Washington State, they went and really screwed the medical patients. Because now I have to pay retail recreational prices because they got rid of medical dispensaries. If I get into the system, which they say is protected, but because it's not a medical thing, it is not covered by all the HIPAA privacy laws. It is covered by all the standard laws and none of the other stuff. So all of our medical stuff goes in there and is not protected by the medical privacy laws. And you have to hand your paperwork around with all your medical stuff on it. And that's special. But I don't have that right now. And I'm not too worried about that part, because getting into the system means you don't pay the 8% sales tax on your medical cannabis anymore. You still pay the 33% sin tax, like it's, going in and buying a fifth of vodka or beer or whatever. They don't take that off. No. So now my $400 buys about a week. I'm faced with quite literally being able to eat or being able to move, being able to do things or being able to live like a human being. I mean, if I don't take this stuff, I've got no life. If I go back on all those meds again, I'm going to be basically bedridden, because I was just about bedridden. If I'm on all those meds, I will be bedridden and in a lot of pain. If I don't get on all those extra meds and I can't afford this, I'm going to be begging for death, because I'm going to be hurting so much. But I am faced with, literally, it's either be bedridden with pain or smoke cannabis. I don't want to be bedridden. So that means I really don't have money to eat or do anything. When my mini RV that I was going to buy was yanked out from underneath me, that destroyed more than just that. It destroyed a lot of my hopes. I no longer have enough money to buy an RV, because I can either live and walk and have a use for an RV, or I can save the money for an RV, not have any cannabis, and then not even have a need for an RV, because without this, basically, I'm going to have the state take care of me, because I'm not going to be able to. On all those meds and no cannabis, I will still be bedridden to the point that I will need a caretaker, or I will have to be in a state home. So I'm faced with this or being, nothing. I'm pretty pleased with life right now, as you can tell. But I've got videos coming up, so don't worry about that. You have a great day. I'm going to survive somehow. Somehow. So you take care. Have a great day. Oh, come on, you hand. Great day. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very, very good thing. So have a great day today, please.